Hey everybody, welcome to the Dungeoncast. I'm Brian.
And I'm William.
This is the podcast where we talk about everything tabletop role-playing games.
And today we are talking about two monsters, the Magmin and the Lava Children.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Welcome, adventurers, to the Dungeoncast.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, Will.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are my hot babies?
They're living in hot boiling magma.
Boiling hot magma, liquid hot magma. God, why is Gold Member or
Coming up
Austin
on the show
Powers
all the
so
time?
much?
I don't know.
Well, recently, not even like
That's true. It's the year of the elemental. It's very powerful.
yeah, liquid hot magma.
So we have not done an episode on the parallel elemental plane of magma yet. But today is a sneak peek into what sort of creatures we may find roaming the fountains of creation. So we are covering two monsters today. The childlike Magmin, or Magmen, as they are sometimes called, and the oddly quite manly Lava Children. That's right. D&D can be a weird game, and today we're talking about some weird guys.
So it's a heavily masculined up episode, I guess.
It really is. Despite their names, though, Magmin and Lava Children are in no way related, except for the fact that they are both related to magma and dwell in the plane of magma. Are there any questions before we simply dive in?
I would like to dive into the lava.
Let's dive right into the lava.
This is one of the times I can actually do it and not fucking die. So,
Yes,
yeah,
indeed.
Let's do it.
So let us begin with the Magmin. Standing between 3 to 4 feet
0.9 to 1.2 meters.
tall, and the grinning and mischievous Magmin resembles a stumpy humanoid sculpted from a black shell of magma. Underneath their shell, they seem composed of flowing lava and seething flame. Even when not fully ablaze and radiating heat like a bonfire, small jets of flame erupt from their porous skin. Despite their small size, Magmen are quite heavy, weighing in at an average of 400 pounds.
That's 188 or just 80. 180 kilos.
I imagine this is due to the natural density of real-world magma. Essentially, Magmens are made of liquid rock and metals, so they're heavy.
Yeah.
But when I say they're small, they're quite small. They're the size of children, but they weigh 400 pounds.
Maybe they just fucking rock, bro.
Maybe they just fucking rock.
They're just heavy metal.
Though they do naturally exist in small tribes on the plane of magma, most Magmens are fire elemental spirits bound into physical forms by magic, and they appear in the material plane only when summoned, usually by wizards seeking a familiar or an extraplanar servant. Magmens are not particularly intelligent and kind of are just one-track minded pyromaniacs.
Cool.
They just love setting things on fire and watching them burn.
Yeah.
What's worse is they are oblivious to the harm their abilities pose to other creatures, particularly those on the material plane. Both vexing and capricious, Magmen enjoy watching material creatures flee the environment they consider painless. Despite their love of chaos and destruction, they are not malicious in their burning and do not properly understand the deadly nature of their flames. The utterly alien concept that fire is linked to pain and their preoccupation with having fun leads them to view mortal reactions to their fire as slapstick.
Some Magmen just want to watch the world burn.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah. Had to do it.
Had to do it. It is practically impossible to coerce them not to set things alight, with the only non-violent solution being to bribe them with other targets or food. They view flammable objects as kindling for a grand conflagration.
Conflagration.
And only the magical control exerted by their summoners keeps them from setting everything they touch ablaze. Their propensity for fire and havoc makes them ideal for spreading chaos and destruction. A mob of Magmens summoned inside a castle can reduce it to a burning shell within minutes.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes!
Although-
All your nice tapestries.
Indeed, gone.
No.
Although its flame is potent, the Magmen's hard magma shell prevents it from instantly igniting everything it comes into contact with. However, like the fires inside them, Magmens are capricious and unpredictable. If it has the opportunity while in service to its master, a Magmen seeks out areas of great heat, such as forest fires or bubbling magma of an active volcano. At other times, a Magmen compulsively looses fire from its fingertips, delighting in setting up objects ablaze.
Every time you say magma, I have to like not say the Dr. Evil magma.
By shedding their shell, they can become far more dangerous than normal, shining brightly and exuding extreme levels of heat. Their touch is hot enough that conventional metals weapons are ineffective, melting as they strike their bodies. Furthermore, the nature of their bodies is inherently destructive, bursting into flames and lava upon death.
Dang.
So these guys have a death explosion.
How can you even get there? You can't stab them.
Oh, only the metal weapons thing is only when they shed their shell and they're full lava.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Within the fountains of creation, Magmen live in small tribes formed around a base colony led by the oldest Magman. They live as hunter-gatherers, scouring the plains of magma for choice pieces of burning minerals and hunting other elemental beings. Magmen enjoy swimming in active volcanoes, especially because when they erupt, the magmen can spread and set fire to all around the area.
Jeez.
So they ride the explosions to land elsewhere and set that shit on fire.
This is insanity.
Yeah, they're insane creatures. Absolutely. Occasionally, they are found on the inner planes and the prime material plane due to elemental vortices created from the excessive heat and high pressure of subterranean lava. These vortices have a strong allure to magmen, as the magma of different planes have varying tastes.
Okay.
It is unknown if magmen actually consume these choice bits of magma or if they simply draw them in from their skin. Some sages speculate that the odd minerals found in the portals to other planes have an intoxicating effect, driving magmen to even more mischievous behavior than normal. To magmen, any temperature below 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit,
That's 540 degrees Celsius.
is considered cold, and their bodies will stiffen and harden, becoming immobile if kept away from extreme heat for more than 6 hours. Typically, they will only risk leaving magma for under 2 to 3 hours.
Okay. Man, I really don't like it when monsters have like time limits on stuff. As a dungeon master, it starts to like, depending on how you set your stuff up, you can get into the weeds with it and like forget certain things.
Yeah, that's true.
I like to have a bunch of extra D10s that are different colors from my regular dice set that I can like put timers on, or like D100, depending on what timer I need. Like it could be any dice, right?
Yeah.
That's a neat little trick I've been coming up with
Yeah,
lately.
that's a good way to do it. That's very much like, what is it, the Quiet Year? Where we
yeah,
bring down the timer
week
on-
timers.
Yeah.
Project dice.
Indeed. Magmen do not have gender or sexes and reproduce through simple division or mitosis.
They just like being called men for some reason.
Well, okay, so 5e is officially changed their name to Magmin with an I.
Okay.
But in previous editions, they were Magmin, also known as Magmen, and all the lore from any other edition that includes them, because I don't think 4e actually has them, interchanges constantly.
I see.
yeah.
Okay.
So it's up to you, whatever you prefer.
That's good.
I like Magmen because it's hilarious sounding to me.
It is.
I think it's very funny.
It is funny. I'll leave it there.
Magmens are not violent per se. They do not attack creatures in the sense that they do not intentionally cause physical harm. They do not seek out combat, but like creatures they come across on fire for their amusement. If significantly hurt, they tend not to stay and fight, but to quickly retreat instead. Besides mortal practitioners of magic, both demons and devils summon magmen in special molten pools, as their mischievous love of destruction is a source of entertainment for the fiends. Occasionally, they're called to cause mayhem in a diversionary tactic during the Blood War, but their unwillingness to fight limits their combat utility. Sometimes wizards will use magmen as fire for their furnaces to conduct some magical processes, but quickly send them back before they get too bored, because then they become too destructive.
Yeah. Then they start talking like Billy Crystal. You don't want that.
More wicked summoners will... A nice Howl's Moving Castle joke, by the way.
Thank you.
More wicked summoners will attempt to cool them, to turn them into statues and then sell them.
Oh, cool.
So that's all I got on Magmen. Calcifer. I love Calcifer, by the way.
Can you imagine if you're fucking broke and you have to like pour a bucket of water onto your Magman
Oh, no.
and like sell him on the spot?
I'm so sorry, Calcifer.
This is gonna be cold for a second, buddy, and then
And then I'll be over.
hopefully one day I can turn your blood into sand, wake you back up.
All right, Brian, tell me all about the Magmin stat block.
Well, I have the Magmin stat block. Let's talk about it. Yeah. Magmin is a small elemental chaotic neutral. I'm looking at the picture. It looks like a fucking one of the characters from Nightmare Before Christmas, the Shock, Lock, and Barrel.
Yes, it does. Yeah, very similar.
Armor class is 14 natty. HP is 9 or 2d6 plus 2. Speed is 30 feet. Pretty standard. Strength -2, dexterity +2, con +1, intelligence -1, wisdom +0, charisma +0. We got damage resistances to beepus, non-magical beepus. It's bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
Okay, and yeah, this is a low-level monster, so throwing this at a level 1 party is actually 18 HP, really, instead of 9.
Oh, yeah. We got damage immunities to fire, senses, dark vision, 60 feet. Surprise, surprise.
I feel like they should have a vulnerability to cold.
Yeah, they don't really do. They don't like to do that in this game.
They don't, but I just pitted some fire snakes up against my level 2 party, and those do surprisingly have vulnerability to cold, which I didn't realize until Ray of Frost came out. I was like, oh, hell yeah, good for you guys.
Nice one. You did something that would make sense to somebody outside of but
that was the standard stat block. They have the vulnerability, so
yeah, totally. Yeah. Passive perception is a 10. Languages speaks Ignan. Challenge rating is 1/2. They're going to yield 100 experience points. They're operating on a +2 proficiency bonus. They got a death burst. When the Magmin dies, it explodes in a burst of fire and magma. Each creature within 10 feet of it must make a DC 11 dexterity saving throw, taking 7 or 2d6 fire damage on a failed save or half as much damage on a successful one. Flammable objects that aren't being worn or carried in that area are ignited.
Magma and fantasy games and video games and stuff is always so funny because real magma is so hot you can't really even be within 10 feet of it without dying.
Yeah, for extended periods of
time.
I just
find this idea of this thing explodes with fire and magma and you just take 7 damage.
There's lots of different kinds of magma too.
I mean, maybe there's a type of magma that is magma at a much lower temperature, but usually it's in the thousands of degrees, which you can't be near for more than a few, less than half a minute.
I don't know. There's videos of dudes slapping rivers of magma with their bare hands because the heat transference isn't gonna. There's not enough time to.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
okay, maybe there's something to this.
It's very.
I was ignorant of.
I follow a geologist on.
You follow a lava slapper. Huh?
It's not her slapping it, but.
Oh no! Okay.
She broke down lava.
You just slapped that lava right in the ass.
Yeah, just fucking yeah.
That's crazy.
And I think the video I'm referencing, I think this dude's at a metal plant or something like that. It's not at a volcano.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but still, it's still magma.
It's still magma.
Whatever.
And he's just slapping it.
He's slapping it, dude, because it's coming out of water, and he's just fucking back.
You continue. I'm gonna look up lava slapping real quick.
Sure. Ignited illumination. As a bonus action, the Magmin can set itself ablaze or extinguish its flames. While ablaze, the Magmin sheds bright light in a 10-foot radius and dim light for an additional 10 feet. I was going to say, shouldn't this thing always be on fire? But fire is different from magma, so it can just put fire all over itself, which is cool. Actions, it's touch is the action. Melee weapon, it's a melee weapon attack to touch, apparently. +4 to hit, reach of 5 feet, 1 target. It's going to hit for 7 or 2d6 fire damage. If the target is a creature or flammable object, it ignites until a creature takes an action to douse the fire. The target takes 3 or 1d6 fire damage at the end of each of its turns. These little nuisances.
Yeah, they're little nuisances, and I think they're well designed to be such.
Yeah, because fire is scary and dangerous. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you find the video?
I did not. It did not. Google failed me, and I gave up. But I'll find it later, I'm sure.
Okay. Are we ready to take a short rest?
Let's take a short rest.
All right. We've returned.
Indeed we have.
We're fucking back.
Indeed we are.
There's no alien beard again. Sorry.
Still sick.
Yeah. This is part of the batch where we're not fully recovered yet.
I'm still, in fact, wearing my Ooze Roomba shirt.
You are. and it's very cool. You guys can check it out at the merch shop that Dustin is doing for us. Thank you again for working so hard on the merch store. It's so fucking cool to see some of these ideas come into fruition finally. We've just been sort of pitching into the ether. But yeah, you can support us on patreon.com/Dungeoncast. If you miss Alien and Beer and a whole lot, there's Alien and Beer centric content that you can go check out there. It's in its own specific tier, a tier in space. But there's a bunch of other stuff like early episodes that are ad free, show notes, just like a ton of actual play content. I have some more updates I have to do in that regard that I've been slow to get to, but I'm trying. And yeah, it's we're living our Dungeoncast lives.
Indeed we are.
And your support has helped us do that so much. So thank you. Will.
Yes.
What's up with this creepy little child?
Now we move on to Lava Children.
Yeah.
And I want to begin this section by saying I hate these things and I find them strangely horrifying.
Yeah.
So Lava Children are physically identical to one another. They are all humanoids, and I mean that they are very humanish looking.
They have arms and legs
and
faces
and flesh, like flesh-colored flesh.
Fleshy flesh.
Their flesh is pinkish in color. They have strong, broad, muscular builds with childish, perpetually grinning faces on top.
Yeah, today is a Tim Burton episode. These
Indeed.
are Tim Burton characters.
Most are born in the fountains of creation, also known as the plane of magma, which is wedged between the elemental planes of earth and fire. Within volcanic caverns, Lava Children form communities, serving primordial beings out of fear or worshiping gods of earth and fire. Though they're not violent by nature, Lava Children fiercely defend territory they claim as their own. Many intruders have been fooled by a lava child's smile, believing themselves welcome, when in fact they're about to be torn limb from limb. Lava Children typically stick close to their lairs, but actively hunt when food grows scarce.
It's a Pennywise tactic.
Indeed. The first Lava Children were created by the merging of spirits of earth and fire. Upon reaching adulthood, a lava child gains the ability to procreate by itself. An adult lava child lays several eggs in its lifetime. The idea of this thing laying eggs horrifies me, which is roughly 50 years. These eggs incubate in pools of molten magma until they hatch. The pink, smiling newborn matures at the same rate as a human. The parent protects its offspring until the new lava child is strong enough to defend itself and forage on its own. Lava Children eat meat, bones, papers, plants, and just about anything else not made of metal or stone. Cooked meat, though, is their favorite.
Okay. It's my favorite, too. So I guess I have one thing in common with these fucking freaks.
Absolutely.
They're fucking awful to look at.
They are awful to look at. They're really bad to look at. Go look at them. Lava Children enjoy playing within pools of magma, swimming and diving into it as humans would in water. They can be befriended and entrusted with tasks like attacking those who come into certain rooms and can be goaded into acts of violence. Basically, they can serve evil entities willingly.
Yep. They look like they could, for sure.
They look like they're very fit for that job. A remarkable, distinctive quality of Lava Children is their immunity to metal. They can freely pass through any type of metal as if it does not exist at all, and they are immune to attacks from weapons made of any metal, as well as from flames or heat.
Wow.
Surprisingly, they possess a pair of claws and a maw strong enough to pierce the skin. I don't know how surprising it is. Looking at them, I'm like, yeah, that looks like it might have needle teeth.
Yes, yeah. Oh, I mean, like that your metal can't hurt them.
Oh, no, that part's surprising. No, it says surprisingly they possess a pair of
claws.
claws.
Right.
Like, that's
okay.
not that surprising.
No.
But yeah, literally your metal will just pass through them.
Yeah, do I need like kill this thing like a fucking vampire with like a wooden stake or something?
You need wood, yeah. Wood or glass or crystal or stone. But metal does not hurt it.
Fucking crystal pike. Let's go.
There you go.
I would absolutely stab this thing with a crystal pike.
Absolutely. They possess surprising climbing abilities capable of scaling cavern walls easily. Lava Children, clerics, and other magic users exist, with clerics specializing in healing and normal magic users using fire spells. And that's literally all I have on Lava Children. There's not a lot written about them. I'm surprised they brought them back for 5e at all.
Yeah, the Dungeoncast Time Dragon saw this and fucking went to the future where they don't exist. Said, nah, I'm going to skip this timeline.
I'm good on this one. Yeah. That's so funny.
Well, I have this diaper baby up.
Yeah.
It's wearing a bad diaper.
It is wearing a bad diaper. You know, the wizard who took control of their tribe made them put those on.
So could you please
just put this on?
He's like, first he tried to hand him like denim jeans, and they couldn't figure it out. He's like, well, what about these tidy whities?
Yes.
I was like, well, yeah, okay. And they kept falling off, so he had to put suspenders on them.
Yeah, that's yeah.
He had to mage hand like attach them all because I wouldn't touch these things either.
No.
Lava Child is a medium humanoid, neutral. Armor class is 11. HP is 60 or 8d8 plus 24. Speed is 25 feet. They can also climb 20 feet, which is horrifying.
Indeed.
Strength plus 4, horrifying.
They're very strong.
Dex plus 1, con plus 3, intelligence plus 0, wisdom plus 0, charisma plus 0. Skills, athletics plus 6, survival plus 2, damage immunities to fire and beepus from metal weapons.
So that includes
bludgeoning,
magical
piercing,
ones
and
too.
slashing. From magical metal weapons?
Yeah, if it's
whether
it's magical or not, it has
right.
no bearing.
Yeah.
Is it metal?
Yeah.
Then yeah.
Fucking these things are like, I don't give a shit about iron. I don't give a shit about silvered weapons. None of it.
Joke's on you. Aluminum's not a metal.
I'm fucking.
It's a metalloid, bitch.
Yeah, got him. Anyway,
Stupid.
these are the freaks among freaks.
I guess so.
Of all the freaks of D&D, these are the freaks that those freaks are scared of.
I guess so. Yeah.
I'm scared of it.
Much like the Joker, like stories about lava children is what monsters tell each other to scare each other.
That's right. Did I read dark vision 60 feet? Passive perception is 10. It's just everything's got dark vision. It's fine. We're numb to it now here on the Dungeoncast.
Yeah.
Poison immunities and dark vision. It's all there.
It's all there.
Languages. There's no poison immunity on this guy, but there should
It would
be.
really suck to be a poison specialist assassin who attacks from the darkness.
Yeah.
In this game,
It's not good.
no.
And there is a class.
You can't find a job in this game.
The assassin rogue is basically what you just said.
Yeah, I guess so.
You need to only attack like regular humans in castles, well-lit castles. Let's see. Languages common and Ignan, which is strange that it knows common, but I guess it needs to be able
it's got a base level intelligence. It's not dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, wizard lava children exist. Imagine if they turned this into a playable race.
Well, just like a lot of the elementals strictly speak their elemental language.
True. It's true. You're not wrong.
Not even the
The Archmentals?
yeah. Well, I mean, like, what's the elemental common language? Like,
primordial.
Yeah, none of them even speak that.
Yeah.
It's just like the fire language. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. So it's weird to see common here after all of that. Anyway, challenge rating is 3. They yield 700 experience points. They're operating on a +2 proficiency bonus. They have metal immunity. The lava child can move through metal without hindrance. Like water? They
can just move through it. Yeah.
Fuck these guys.
Yeah, so if you have a steel door, they'll just walk through it like it's not there.
They just get in your car.
Yeah, they'll just get in your car.
It has advantage on attack rolls against any creature wearing metal armor or
this thing just gets in your car.
Using metal shield.
It's the lava child's car now. I don't want nothing
Yeah,
to do with it.
I
Get
gotta-
the fuck away from
You
me.
can have it, bro. I'm out. Actions, multi-attack. The lava child makes let me start that. Actions, multi-attack. The lava child makes 2 attacks, one with its bite and one with its claws. Bite is a melee weapon attack with +6 to hit, reach of 5 feet. One target is going to hit for 11 or 2d6 plus 4 piercing damage. Claws, melee weapon attack +7 to hit, reach of 5 feet. One target hits for 7 or 1d6 plus 4 slashing damage.
This thing only has 6 toes, bro. You looking at this? It only has 6 toes.
Oh, yeah, 3 on each feet. Fuck this thing. Ew.
This thing is like 6 feet tall, by the way.
And the way they colored it down there makes it look like it's been shoved inside of like a pointed boot, you know, like that's not meant for the shape of its foot. It's
Sure.
like they're like all red and raw.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God. Ew.
Well, that's all we got on Lava Children. You got anything else?
I want to end this episode.
All right. We need some downtime.
Yeah, let's take some downtime.
Let's take some downtime.
Hey, everybody, welcome to the Dungeoncast Tavern, where we take our downtime and read, open up the Dungeoncast mailbag and read some user-submitted comments, emails, etc. We read emails last week. Thank you to everybody who sent one in.
And podcast reviews.
And podcast reviews. So thank you for everybody. You can go to reviewing the show on any level really helps a lot. Sending mail is a lot of fun. You can send us an email at thedungeoncast@gmail.com, or you can send physical mail to our physical mail address, which is down below. It's a P.O. box. You can go check it out in the notes. And I'm actually checking the P.O. box after this recording. So if there is physical mail, I'll be able to pick it up before next episode. Today, we're going to read some YouTube comments, specifically from the Ogre Mock episode, which was a lot of fun to watch come in. This was the episode where I talked about my disdain for birds.
Oh, yeah.
Generally speaking, I've been more vocal about that on social media since that as well. Birds are gross. Now, I want to watch Brian's geese video, too.
Was this the golem
the first
one?
comment? Yeah,
the golem one that you showed me. I showed that on my fiance. We laughed.
Oh my god,
that's a good one.
There's more.
Oh god,
there's that creator did I saw a couple more. I'll probably see it again now that I've spoken it into my algorithm speaker.
Right.
That was from Dargor V or 5. But yeah, me too. I'm gonna go watch that again because that's a fucking hilarious video. Hasbro made 4E for WoW players and abandoned D&D players.
That's an opinion.
Yes, it is. That's from Keithulu. Keith Ulu.
It's an opinion that is based on some fact, but I would not say it is a fact.
Hey, Brian, do you know that... This is also from Keith Hulu. Hey, Brian, do you know that Del Taco literally translates into English as of the taco? Yes, I do know that. I do like to say the chicken crazy when I go to El Pollo Loco. And I did respond to the comment. And then another one from Keith Hulu. Excuse me. I'd like to dedicate some songs to Ogre Mock. We Will Rock You by Queen. Very good.
For sure.
Everybody Must Get Stoned by Bob Dylan. I don't think that... Anyway, Papa Was a Rolling Stone by The Temptations, and You Make Me Rock Hard by Kiss.
Nice.
Excellent comments. Thank you. Yep. John Breeze 2812 said, came here from the audio podcast on Spotify. At the end of the episode, someone mentions your beards, and I never imagined you with beards. I've been listening since before you started the year of, and love the content. This show is only one of 2 D&D shows I listen to while driving, working out, etc. To be honest, I expected a bit more of an age gap in my mind's eye between the two of you, and never imagined ball caps. I'm team ball cap all the way. I don't know why. You both are fucking awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Sadly, there's not a ton of Eberron content. It's my favorite setting, and I'm that guy yelling at my radio a lot when y'all talk about it. I love it. I also love Eberron.
Eberron's very cool. I know that Keith Baker makes a lot of stuff and releases it on DM's Guild.
Yeah.
So in some ways, it's not official, but in other ways, it's about as official as it can get because it comes from the dude who created Eberron. I mean, so I don't really run Eberron ever, but if I were, I would buy all of Keith Baker's stuff because he's literally the creator of it. So for me, I think he should be like the authority of it.
Yeah,
as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
but we don't cover it on this show because we only tend to cover official content.
Right. Yeah, it is very cool. I love Eberron. I love Eberron stuff. I don't run games in Eberron, but I love the influence Eberron has had on the game and continues to have on the game.
Yeah.
So I do use some of those elements in my stuff.
Yeah, Eberron had a lot of influence on Drakenstar. So
yeah, there you go.
That, yeah.
I look forward to your show every week. Thanks for all the hard work. Yeah, we have beards. We were ball caps, and we're the same age. Our birthdays are like literally a month apart.
Yeah, exactly.
Month and a half.
A month and a half apart. Yeah.
Will is older though.
I am the aged, wizened one.
The wizened
one. See, I know things.
JDR Vargo 287 says Ogremok in D&D, giant rock man. Ogremok in Irish mythology, an evil Amazon lady defeated by Finn McCool.
See, I wasn't aware of that, so I didn't look into the etymology of the names of these things. As a matter of fact, I just assumed they were all made up. So, does Ogremok really come from Irish mythology? Because if so, that's crazy, and I would have included some of that in the episode if I knew.
Well, there is Ogremok with the E, and then this Irish one is Ogramok, like with an A.
So it
could be
different.
It could be Ogremok still, but it looks like Ogramok.
That's close enough where I'd be like, they probably rip the
Yeah,
name.
it could definitely slip a Google search with just that
I
one
wonder
change.
where they got
though.
the idea for Yancy Bin.
Ugh, I don't know. I love-hate relationship. Chrismonite. An idea for episode 400. I think we already nailed down what that episode's gonna be, right?
Did we?
Oh, I don't know. We were looking at our episode schedule earlier.
We did.
Kind of.
I pinned down the date, but I didn't actually look at what we were talking about.
Oh, me neither. I just figured it was done. I don't know. Oh, anyway, for the success of Drakenstar, the episode is Watt and Echo spitting some science with each other.
The problem with that is that Watt and another character that I do have the exact same voice, and that might confuse some people.
It is a cool idea, though.
Yeah.
Both great characters. Jordan Harrison.
Did they canonically not like each other? Or, like, canonically Echo didn't like Watt?
I think Carter didn't like Watt.
Was it? Oh, yeah, Carter didn't like Watt. Yeah,
right?
That
and
was
then
it, yeah.
Echo is at odds with Watt
Yes.
because he loses at Space Chess.
Yes, because he loses.
But he likes Watt.
Yeah.
They work
Oh,
together.
okay. They work together.
Yeah. That was funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Carter didn't
Yes,
like
it
Watt.
was Carter that didn't like Watt.
Just actively for no reason.
For no reason.
Jordan Harrison 249 says Ogremok versus Zaratan. Winner moves on to fight the Tarask.
Zaratan definitely wins that fight. Zaratan is way more powerful than Ogremok.
Zaratan versus the Tarask. Who you got?
I guess I'm gonna go with Zaratan, not because I actually know what the stat blocks look like compared to each other, but because the Zaratan stat block came out so much later than the Tarask stat block, and the power creep in this game is a thing.
Yeah.
And I think the Zaratan is challenge rating like 24.
Okay.
So it is lower than the Tarask at 30, but I feel like it might have some extra features that might give it the edge. I'm just guessing, though. I don't actually know. It's purely a guess.
Right on.
Lore-wise, the Tarask.
Yeah.
Not even close.
I was gonna figure that in.
Yeah, it's not even close.
Teddy's 5775 says Ogremok doesn't care if you mine, but you need his permission, and he tells you where you can and cannot mine. I've had bosses like this. Okay. 2G33KS Gaming TTV3 says Fly is one target, but I do believe you can get additional targets by upcasting the spell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's correct. And
Cool.
concentration. So you can drop multiple friends at the same time. And then the same comment is there again. But we liked and hearted both of them. So hell yeah. Justin My Pants 782 says the Young Adventurers guides are great. Been getting them for my kids for several years. He wasn't interested in playing D&D, but saw me playing it with my friends and was interested in the lore. He loved the books and would talk about his favorite monsters and spells in them. Flash forward a few years to now, and we just started playing Dragon of Icespire Peak with a few of his friends and a few weeks ago. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, if you hear this, I want to know how that adventure is, because I remember when it came out and it interested me, but I don't think I ever picked it up.
Yeah, let us know. Unfortunately, this episode is airing like literal weeks before you're going to get an potential answer.
Yeah, that's fine. If it comes up again, I'll read it, though.
Yeah, totally.
But that reminds me, I wanted to take a couple of those home to read to Liam.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Please do. Leave me at least one. Because I
just probably grab
Jackson
two.
always likes to go through.
They're super cool. Yeah.
My kid's name is Jackson, and
my kid's name is Liam.
Yeah. Anyway, they're fun. My kid likes to read the monster manual, but it fucking Liam's freaky shit in there.
He's obsessed with anything monsters, skeletons, zombies, vampires, dragons, demons, anything monstrous. He's into it.
Yeah, that's what my kid was reading the monster manual, but it's got like people getting eaten in some of the pages, and that's a no. For
my kid's seen stuff already. So I'm beyond. He watches me play Elden Ring, and I have to explain.
Oh my gosh! Going on.
I'm like, yeah, they're zombies, and he's like, and they are zombies. So he's like, zombies, fight zombies.
Yeah,
like, all right,
let's
go.
Yeah, I tried. My kid saw some freak shit on YouTube, and it was like, okay, well, what are we gonna do?
Yeah,
gotta monitor that a little better, I guess. Let's see. We got Natalia Zaring. I think is what it is. 5291. I don't know why that's so hard for me to read. I didn't realize how similar Ogremok is to the Gnome King from the Oz books. His whole deal is basically being mad at folks taking metals and gems from the ground, and especially mad at the Emerald City for all the emeralds they used to build in the city. In a later book, he basically rallies all the random evil things together and starts digging a giant tunnel to enter the city, including having a giant monster with him that ultimately is his downfall because it ends up turning on him. Obviously, these books are a lot more humorous since they're for kids, but I think it would be a fun way to take Ogremok and lean into the silliness a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not familiar with the Oz books, but that is surprisingly similar, and I think that's really cool.
I did read like Alice in Wonderland and Oz and stuff like that. Like I went through very fast. They're tough reads for me specifically, but it's cool to bring that stuff up. They're very cool fairy tales. We got Cameron Pierce 5943 says, not sure if they count as an elemental being undead, but Nightwalkers and native beings to the negative energy plane could be interesting to cover if you did something on the positive and or negative energy planes below and above the elemental planes. Cameron Pierce also left a comment that says, I love this show. So nice to listen to during my break. Keep up the wonderful work, guys. Smiley face.
Cool. Thank you.
There are 2 more comments from Cameron Pierce. I'm going to read them in succession. I wonder if the intention with the empowered attacks feature is powerful elementals have is to get around resistances and immunities to their particular damage type. I hope in I imagine 5e is what you meant to say, edition that dragons and other creatures of great power will have the ability to deal poison damage and other resisted types of damages and ignore the resistances of creatures or players with a lower CR or level than them, perhaps.
I think he might be talking about like the thing that no one knows what to call it, 5.5.
Yeah.
D&D 5 or 1 D&D or whatever.
Yeah.
That's probably what he's trying to say, right?
Yeah, the DLC.
The DLC.
So a young dragon kid, it sounds like that's what they're talking about, like in the upcoming releases, which is the 1 D&D, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I mean, it's 5.5.
Fucking commit.
Yeah, it's 5. It really is.
Are we the problem? Is it actually just going to be 1 D&D?
Well, 4th edition did the same thing too when it needed to redo some of its math. Like towards the end, it came out with the D&D Essentials, which was totally backwards compatible and updated the rules and all that. And some people at the time considered it to be 4.5, but I think it didn't stick around long enough to catch on just because we moved on to 5e like a few years later.
Sure.
But it is not unusual for editions to do this, and I would say that it is unusual for it to have lasted 10 years before it happened.
Yeah. They continue to say, so a young dragon could use its poison to decay a group of zombies, but not a lich. That makes sense to me. But an elder dragon could decay a lich with its poison breath. So it's just about outranking. And then the next comment is for 2 other... oh man, this one's long, and I'm just gonna thank you for commenting.
Thank you.
Let's move on. Levin Laban 6252. Can't wait for episode 400. Same. Logan McGee 18. Ogremok, the restrainable evil. That's funny. They also say, hi, longtime viewer, first-time caller. I love that. I love getting to say that. Thank you. You guys already covered 4th edition, which would have been a cool 400th episode special. Instead, how about a behind-the-screen look at your upcoming projects? It'd be great to tribute to the Dungeoncast and everything you've accomplished so far. Plus, it wouldn't add much to your already busy schedule. That's true. As always, appreciate how you handle being influencers in the space. You always maintain your integrity and authenticity. Your genuine opinions and down-to-earth vibe have been breath of fresh air. Been watching every episode since the Lovecraft one? ?
Cosmic Horror, I would imagine.
Either that one or the Great Old Ones, or
that would be really far back.
Could have been either one. Take care. I hope you and your families are well. Fuck birds. Thank you. Edit. As far as something about the episode, I like how among the 4 artwork of each Prince of Evil, Yancey Bin is the only one not showing killing someone. Yeah, that's true.
I guess so.
He's just flying.
He's just up there, refusing to come down.
I bet Yancey Bin shit solid air onto wagons down below.
Yep.
And laughs about it with like a... Mr. Gore, or GOR, says, how many of these big ego guys are there in D&D? Like 50? Has Will told you about Manshoon? Oh, they're quoting me.
No, I've not brought up Manshoon.
Manshoon, and then they...
I don't know if Manshoon's ever going to get episode guests, I'm going to be honest.
Sideways laughy face crying emoji, and also what is this one?
I think, is that okay?
Yeah, okay. Where you have your pinky ring middle finger up and your index thumb in a circle. That emoji. Also, the Young Adventure series is cool. I don't have them myself, but I have books from an earlier series called A Practical Guide to. I've seen those at Target. Just fun little introductions to lore and ecology of various monsters from D&D. The ones I have are written from the perspective of an adventurer's notes and observations. No mechanics, just flavor, but they give excellent fuel for DM and player imagination alike. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Matthew Lickers, 1809, says, the way I see it is that Elder Elementals are raw powerhouses who can't be effectively directed, whereas the Archimentals have wills of their own and can scheme with cultists and other elementals, plus the Archimentals can summon their own cavalry with the elementals, and this case gargoyles, building armies over time versus Elder Elementals who are solo. So in a one-on-one, Elder Elementals are a bit stronger, but with preparation, the Archimentals are likely more of a difficult challenge. Interesting take.
Yeah.
Destin Lee 2838 episode 400. What up, Basim Gorag? Basim Gorag?
I don't know.
They also commented on their own comment.
I think that's someone sent us an email requesting we cover that entity.
And then they said, shout out to Demogorgon again.
Shout out to Demogorgon.
RPG Horror Stories says Primordials for 400 or sometime before then. Yeah.
We'll see.
Dimitri Turner 9026. Oh, Hydra has tons of electrolytes. That's why she's smart water. Yep, I hated myself for this one as well, is what they replied with. And then Tim Haldane says she has what plants crave. She does. David Robertson 5996 says, love that the Dungeoncast uses Demogorgon as its unit of measurement. Shout out to Demogorgon. I'm also a fan. Joseph Parent 7690. Oh, please do an episode as Ilian and Byrne. That's a fun idea.
It's
for
a fun
sure.
idea. Yeah.
Once our voices can handle it,
Have been
because
healed.
the Byrne voice is hard long term.
Yeah, I can imagine that one is much harder than the alien one is on me.
User TH8BN5MK4Q says, hey Brian and Will, you guys have brought me a lot of entertainment through the years. I tell all my friends about you guys. Love this channel. Thank you so much.
Indeed. Thank you.
Telling people about shit is fucking the Blood Eagle.
Oh God, the Blood Eagle.
Spread the word.
About the fucking blood.
How could you forget?
Oh, Christ.
I just sometimes I forgot to do Slippies a whole bunch.
Yeah. We'll get back on that soon.
We had a cool new idea about the tavern, so I'll put my Slippies on at the tavern.
Like a Blood Eagle. I swear to God. Our show's stupid.
Yeah. These are hot Slippies, or I'll wear my clown shoes in memorial to Pennywise, the lava child.
You remember when people used to say clown shoes when the was stupid?
What? No.
Yeah, that would have been like mid 90s, early 90s.
What? Somebody would be like,
clown shoes.
No fucking way if people said that.
Yes,
I've never heard. No.
It's a thing.
Wow. That is
people
hilarious.
Get in the comments. Tell Brian all about clown shoes.
Yeah. Did you guys? Hey, you remember that insult from the 1990s?
Clown shoes.
Clown shoes, huh? All right. Well,
I swear it was a thing.
Kaimani Robinson.
I'm going to Google this up on Urban Dictionary.
790 says, I'm running a game that takes place in a magicified version of my city. And that's cool. I've never thought to do that. And I just had a session last week where a riot broke out at a Kroger. Nice. That's a good place to riot.
Clown shoes. An insult inferring that the receiver is a walking joke, including their actions, habits, appearance, and ultimately their existence.
That's fucking...
You have no room to talk, clown shoes.
Oh my God.
I ran into this guy who was the biggest pair of clown shoes I ever seen.
I mean, there's the meme format where they're like dressing up as a clown.
I remember it from Mallrats. I think Mallrats that gets said a couple times.
Okay, I don't know what that is. So
Mallrat, dude, like Kevin Smith Jay and Silent Bob?
No, I wasn't allowed to watch any of that stuff.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know about Jay and I know who Kevin Smith is. And Jay and Silent Bob.
Mallrats is one of the many View Askew Jay and Silent Bob movies.
Yeah, I know. I think you've explained to me how they're chained together.
Yeah,
several
they're
people
all
have
connected.
Chained when we were working at Lewis.
Mallrats is a cult classic for sure. It's a View Askew movie.
Yeah. That's a dive I probably won't take, honestly.
Okay.
Those movies.
They can be worth the watch for sure. Kevin Smith is a very talented director with a lot of influences that you and I both have, I would say.
I do know that. I know his buddy was dealing with like drug abuse and stuff, and he was having problems with getting him to be the guy he knew when he was on drugs during the movies.
Yeah.
That was like a thing. He had to like reteach him how to be the dude he thought he was.
Right,
it was so
right.
weird.
Yeah.
This Guy Hates Zorn by William Schenberg.
Zorn, the D&D monster?
William A. Schenborg. Yeah, he said This Guy Hates Zorn. I'm sure we're referencing Ogremok.
Oh, does Ogremok hate Zorns? Maybe. I don't know a lot about Zorns, but we'll be covering him this year.
According to William A. Schenberg,
Ogremok hates
4632, This Guy Hates Zorn.
Okay.
That's the comment. D. Mad Hatter says Ogremok the Incel, XD, which is the laughing face.
I think because we were making jokes about Ogremok hating. Oh my gosh, I can't remember her name now. The cool one, the actually good primordial of Earth.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, what was her name? I don't remember.
Highly Googleable. Quotation: She won't talk to me. I hate her. Wes What the Fuck is back. It says geese are terrible. Agreed. Bubo Stabbins says Kroger is bad. I'm with you. Kroger's objectively bad.
I don't know enough to weigh in or not, but I'm sure they're not great.
I mean, they're like a huge corporation.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's all you really need to know.
Yeah, pretty much.
And the cost of living is up like 30% or some shit. So fuck it.
Yeah.
Mark C471. I'm running my first campaign, which is a DOIP/TOD mashup, and have officially canonized you two in the world.
Oh God.
What are those acronyms?
I would say them again slowly.
DOLP, or is it DOIP?
Descent in.
Descent onto.
And what's the other one?
TOD.
I don't know.
Dang.
Off the top of my head, no, I don't know.
Yeah, we suck. Sorry. The party. I get what you're saying, though. The party entered a tavern with live music and asked if I could perform the song being played. They were then treated to a lovely acoustic version of "Shout Out to Demogorgon," sung by two bards, Brian and Will. That's fucking awesome.
That's awesome. I love it.
Louis Aguilon 7201 says, "I think Brian's ear with birds is probably one of my favorite. I think they mean air, right? With birds, it's probably my favorite thing in this show. You guys are awesome. That's your favorite thing?
That's funny.
I'm passionate about it, so
that's true. That's
my
very
passion
true.
comes through.
Indeed.
Daniel Rowan 4716 Dungeoncast. I am an old grognard in my 40th year of playing D&D, 35th year as DM, and I think your videos are spectacular for the depth of lore and respect you pay to all editions and styles of play. I've been listening to you guys for at least 2 years. Great work. For info on Ogremok, check out the original First E Fiend Folio, page 32. Thank you for the positional stamp on that. That is easy to go find. He does have a 100-foot area of effect earthquake attack amongst other spells like elemental powers. Shout out to Demogorgon.
Indeed.
Shout out to Demogorgon.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I pulled some info from the Fiend Folio. Generally, lore will pull from all the books, but we'll only go over the 5e stat block. But yeah, I'll be seeing them stat blocks.
Okay, I'm going to go. We've been reading for a while, so I'm going to start rapid firing. We got Sir Nuno's Lives, Ogremok being an incel obsession with despoiling dwarven minds with his crystalline protrusions has been eye-opening, but this channel's anti-avian sympathies is surprising. Bird is the word. This show is still 5 stars. Sorry if you like birds. I fucking don't, and I have really good reasons. Cameron Mural, Bird.
Well, how do you feel? Out of curiosity, how do you feel about like pet birds, like parakeets and stuff?
Those were my my typical exception
budgies.
are like macaws. You
like the parrots. I like parakeets and budgies are part of the family.
I like birds that feel more like
human.
Yeah. I know you're not, but I can relate to you.
How do you feel about ravens?
I actually,
like
there are
rodents,
some
okay.
birds I like.
Ostriches?
No, I don't like ostriches.
Emus.
No, I don't like
Okay.
emus.
Dinosaurs? How do you feel about the whole dinosaurs are birds thing?
I like
mean,
Jurassic Park. That's a fine movie.
Okay,
But
cool.
like, would I want to Would I want
No.
them in my fucking house?
Hell no.
Do I
Hell
want
no.
it in my house? That's
Okay.
like a good.
Okay.
That's like a good marker.
Well, there's lots of things I love that I wouldn't want in my house, though.
For birds, would you want it in your house?
Okay, for birds.
Ostrich? Fuck no.
no,
Do you want
hell
your
no.
stomach torn open? No.
No.
You're supposed to lay down on the fucking ground if you see one of those. How do you like an ostrich? It's a fucking murderer. Their birds are murder machines. If
Well,
they
you
were
can
big
say that
enough,
about most predators.
I could, and I do.
I like lions,
I like looking at lions. Lions don't fly above my head and shit on my car.
but neither do ostriches.
No, but I don't know, man. Like,
all right. We
I
can
don't
drop
know.
it. You can drop it.
Cameron Mural Bird, those stones are all natural. I don't know what that means, but I like it. Jane Doe 885 still listening, and this episode is hilarious. But when you guys hit egotistical evil D&D creatures master list, it got me thinking. If you had either pick or come up with a weak but extremely evil creature who would be legit horrifying if given power, which do you think would be the worst?
Wait, so if we have to pick one, right?
Yeah.
Lava children?
Yeah, if it's gonna be this
Well,
episode,
they're not
Lava
actually,
Children.
they're not actually evil, though.
That's
are
what
they?
the question though. If you, I guess it's not
We have to give
a
something
weak evil creature.
weak evil creature.
I guess like Mephits is a good. That's the first one that's coming to mind.
They're mostly just assholes. They're not necessarily evil.
Yeah,
I don't know. I gotta think about it.
things that explode when you kill them are like
Magmins
you
are
know.
chaotic neutral, though.
Yeah, weak evil creatures.
Weak evil creature. Shadow. But I mean, they're already fucking terrifying.
Yeah,
honestly.
those are wild to throw at players. 11th comment. It's like being first twice from Gustav Fargone. I got a Wallypoff. Okay, we got to read from Wallypoff, right? What up, William and Brian? Great episode as always. The Year of the Elemental has opened my mind, as I previously thought D&D elementals were all just big chunks of rock or fire or whatever with no personalities, but a lot of them have more depth, which I like.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Sure, why not? Says generic comment. Thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate those very much. Oh, and there was a reply from Larry Potter. Generic reply.
Oh, excellent.
Solid shit. You know what hasn't happened? Meme thing that's going on that hasn't happened on our channel was people leaving comments that are like, "Wow." They'll say something negative and reply with something that like turns it back around to be positive.
I haven't
it's
seen
been
that.
really funny.
That is funny.
I don't have a good example off the top of my head. I don't want to fuck it up. Maybe next time. Miro Villain says, thank you, gentlemen, for another earth-shattering video. 7 more episodes until 400. And then Silver Triforce always plays rock in rock, paper, scissors. And then the remaining ones are very long, so I'm going to leave it at that. But thank you guys for so much.
Thank you guys. Super appreciate all the comments.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. It's fun. It's fun to read them. Sorry, we curate them for time. And yeah, that's all we got, though. I think we're ready to hit you with the long rest.
Oh, so. Yeah. It's time to take a long rest.
Yeah, have a good long rest. Hey everybody, welcome to the Long Rest. This is the part of the show where we tell you about all the stuff that's going on with the Dungeoncast. One of those things, Starseeker's Guide to Drakenstar is on its way ish. Yeah.
Yep, working on the last chapter. Lots of monsters. So many monsters.
Thank you to everybody who has supported that project. Will's been working his buttocks off getting a very cool book written, and we're all really proud of him. So thanks, Will, for doing that.
I appreciate it.
Like we said, we're going to be making some adjustments to how the show is formatted. You've heard a couple of them in these recent episodes and upcoming episodes, so keep an eye out for that. We did want to tell you about our new merch shop. So thank you, Dustin, for doing so much cool work in the merch shop.
Yes, there's now a growing collection of super freaking sick designs. I've been wearing one all episode, and you'll see it again in the next episode. But the Ooze Roomba shirt. But I believe there's an Asmodeus design in the works. There's a couple awesome Demogorgon designs on there. There's Bahamut's design, Bahamut's Gym. There's all kinds of cool stuff on there. So if you guys are fans of the show and want to get really badass looking merch that reps the show and also support an artist who's a big fan of the show and does some awesome work, go check out the link in the description, Baba Yaga's Yard Sale. It's where you will find all your new awesome Dungeoncast merch.
Yeah, we if you want to interact with the show in our tavern talk section, you can do so by emailing us at thedungeoncast@gmail.com. You can also send hard mail into I believe it's 1784 PO Box 1784, Upland, California 91785. But that address is below in case I messed it up. So check that out in the description. You can send us mail and we'll read it on the show. You can also leave YouTube comments, like and subscribe on our YouTube channel. That really helps us out a lot. And we do read YouTube comments on the show. We kind of pick and choose which episodes we want to go by, but we usually just read everything that's there. We don't really curate too much unless it's like too crazy. And then we also have other ways for you to interact with us on social media. Will, can you speak on that?
Yeah, in the description you'll find links to our Twitter, to our Instagram, to our Discord, and to our Mastodon and our Threads account.
Yeah, I saw some disparaging stuff about Instagram using artists' posts to curate their AI-generated art.
Oh, boy.
And so I see a lot of artists leaving Instagram right now, and I do not blame you. So,
no, I honestly, I'm learning about this right now.
Yeah, that's been an unfortunate thing that happened. I'm on Instagram a lot. You can follow me, Sound Good Inc. If you want to come chat with me. I'm posting stuff about like my turtle or like whatever, dude. I'm not like doing a ton of D&D stuff there, but some of you guys send me funny D&D memes, and I think that's pretty cool. So feel free to continue to do that and come interact with me there. You can also find us on Discord. That's a great place to come talk and chat with us.
That's like the only social media I actually personally partake in.
Yeah, Discord is great for a lot of things. If you're in the Dungeoncast Discord and you want to ask us something in real time, we'll probably answer. I usually try to get in there and if it's in that particular thread, but there's lots of stuff to do there. We have a really awesome team that admins and moderates that stuff for us. So thank you guys very much for doing that. Also, thank you to our team that helps us do cool stuff in the background. Just want to take a second to shout out to you. And then I think, is there anything else that we want to talk about in terms of show?
I think that's pretty much it. I mean,
patreon.com/Dungeoncast.
Yeah,
you can go support us there. You can find Alien and Beer and content, early episodes, show notes.
Eventually, there will be early access to our awesome
Unhallowed.
in the works horror RPG campaign, Unhallowed.
Yeah, it's been. It's taking a long time to produce it.
Some people have had kids in the works. We had to do a couple revamps. Someone had to walk away. It's been through the ringer, but it's come out great so far. So we're going to finish recording this series this summer and start on post-production this summer. Yeah. And hopefully have it out by the end of this year, early next year.
Yeah, we're going to figure out some way to get you guys Unhallowed content ASAP. I was pitching to Will, maybe we can do raw session updates for certain tiers. We'll see. We don't know. It's in the works, but the idea is that we want a really cool polished product to have in our Patreon for you guys. So it's taken a long time, but we're working on it, and we're gonna have it as soon as we can. So thank you guys. We also wanted to start using our platform to advocate for causes that we think are worthy in Will and I's eyes. So if you guys can, there's a link below where you can donate to the PCRF. That's the Palestine Children's Relief Fund. They provide free medical care to thousands of injured and ill children yearly who lack local access to care within the local healthcare system. We'd really appreciate it if you could consider going to donate to that. And then other than that, I think we have nothing else to give. We're done.
I think that's it.
I think we'll call it a game.
Let's call it a game. We'll talk to you guys later.
Bye. The Dungeoncast. Did you know that Billy Crystal didn't want to do the dub overspeak, so he just fucking says whatever. He doesn't try to like match his voice to the
Oh,
lips
he
of Calcifer.
really? He
Yeah.
just is like making it up.
Yeah, I was talking to Marcos about it. That's what he said.
Interesting.
Yeah,
That's funny too, because I do love Calcifer, but that makes me want to go rewatch it sub to see what like the actual written personality of Calcifer is supposed to be.
yeah. No. Like he, I think it's just the sync up. You know how they have to like change the
the lip
dialogue?
flaps.
Yeah, so maybe like it would be interesting to go look at it side by side it.
Well, it kind of works. Sorry that we're still on this, but it works better for Calcifer because he's so inhuman.
Yeah,
So
it
it's
doesn't
okay
care.
if his lips don't match.
I
'cause
never
he's a
even
demon.
noticed.
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah. Huh.